Okay students, we will begin the second portion of our letter writing and the final one. Now we are going to write and to learn to write the way in which we write an informal letter. Okay, again the same thing. Letter is the message conveyed from one person to another, generally via a post, means a post office. That's what the meaning of letter. To just revise up a bit, we have done the formal letter in our previous lecture, that formal letters are written for the business or professional purpose and very simple language has to be used. Okay, don't write short forms like haven't, isn't, are not allowed. You have to write the complete have not, is not while writing a formal letter. Informal, you can use this type of casual languages, haven't, isn't, aren't. You can use that language, and today we are going to do that is the informal letter. For the informal letter, it is for the personal communication. Casual and emotional tone has to be used in it, because you are writing to your, again repeating, your friends, family, relatives, etc. So you can write very casually. No strict rules are followed here. Next, how to write an informal letter. We'll go by rules one by one as we had done for the formal one. We'll just go through the rules. First of all, the format of the writing is we will be writing the sender's detail, means the address and the name of the sender. Now in the question, again I am repeating, if the name and the address is given in the question, you have to write only that name and that particular address which has been provided to you. Don't write your own address or your own name as far as possible. If it is not given, then only you can write it down, but most probably it will always be given. So use those names. Either it will be Ritesh or Rupa is writing a letter to Bhavesh or Bhavya. So these four names are given. You have to write down only those names. That's for an example. Now again we come to the next part, that is the date section. Again repeating the same way, you have to write down the date is 2nd March, as if for example 2020, whatever. If the most probably the dates won't be given, so you have to just write down the date through the content, whatever you wish. If you can write the particular date on which you are writing the letter, that is also applicable. But the format you have to remember, again not the short form of the date is not allowed. You will lose the marks there. It is considered as a mistake. Okay, for your example it is 2nd March 2020, then you cannot write 2/3/2020. No, that is not allowed again. Now we come to the salutation, the third part of the letter. Here we will be writing, because it's an informal one, so we will be writing dear mother, dear father, dear best friend, my best friend. So that is the way we begin. Now comes the main part, that is the body, the actual message why you are writing this letter. Again the same thing as we had done in the formal letter. There are three parts of the body, that is three parts are introduction, short introduction, then the main content, why you are writing this letter, as if it is your brother's marriage and you are inviting your friend, then that is known as the main content, that my brother's marriage is on so and so date and I wish that you should be present for the marriage function, etc., etc., whatever. That is the main content. And at the end you write down the, just in 2 or 3 lines, is the summary. So again the main thing I would like to say, as for the formal and informal, again many times the students forget. I'll repeat it, don't write the entire letter in a single paragraph. Okay, please don't write. If you are writing a short letter, then too you have to divide it into 3 different parts. Okay, so don't keep an excuse that my letter was very short, so I did not divide it into 3 paragraphs. No, if the letter is short or long, anything, you have to divide it into paragraphs. Many of the students write a very lengthy one, then they divide it into 2 to 3 more paragraphs. So that is okay, but not writing into a paragraph is considered as a mistake. That you have to keep in mind very strictly. So the body part has to be divided compulsorily with 3 paragraphs. Paragraphs doesn't mean 5 to 6 lines. Okay, the main content is going to be a big one, but the introduction and summary can be of 2 lines, 3 lines. That is appropriate for you. So what we'll be writing in the introduction is the purpose of writing the letter, why we are writing the letter, a short just a short purpose, 1 or 2 lines to. Then we come to the main content. Here this has to be this is the main part of your letter, which will be read very it has to be the teacher does read the main part, because the content mark you are going to get through this main paragraph. So that is the main content. Here all the details about whatever the subject of the letter is provided to you. And again at the end, the summary portion, that is you have to just summarize by saying, fine, thank you, please do write a reply to my letter, and etc. Next we come the same thing, as I told you that while writing this letter you have to use a very casual tone. You can use contractions like I haven't, isn't. Okay, these are allowed in informal, and opposite to this, these are not allowed in the formal letter. You cannot write I haven't, isn't. These types of contractions are not allowed in the formal letter. You have to write down the entire word, I have not, I am not, the entire thing. Okay, exclamatory sentences also can be used. The next thing is that you have to write down, you can even use the active language while writing it, and there are no fixed strict rules, because you are writing to your known loved ones, your family, relatives and friends. So there are no strict rules. You can use a very simple lucid language also, which you use while talking to your friends. So these are the after that, after the body part, 3 paragraphs of the body is completed, we come to the next part, that is the 5th part, and it's known as complementary close. Means how you end the letter, how you close the letter, that you know how the way you write, by writing yours lovingly, yours sincerely, because in informal letter we can write, don't write your lovingly in the formal format, that you have to write yours faithfully. So this is the complementary clause. After that, name and sign. So sign here is a bit optional, because if you are writing to your friends and family, you don't need to sign the letter, it's an optional thing, but name compulsorily you have to write at the end. And again the same thing, the name whichever is provided in your question, the same name you have to use. If by chance it will not be possible, but if possible, if a name has not been provided to you in the question, please do write XYZ. Okay, so that is more preferable than writing your name, because in the board exams it is not allowed to write your names also. So this is the entire format, the 6 portions of the way in which we write the informal letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, the same thing here repeated. You can pause the video and write it down in your fair book too. Okay, now this is an example, short example, a very simple letter I have given you also. Of the informal one I am giving you, and for the formal one also I have given you an example in a written form. So you can just pause the video and write down the entire letter in your fair book. Write a letter to your best friend to wish him on his birthday. Very simple letter. You are wishing your friend happy birthday. So all the 6 steps will go one by one. So the first step was the address. So here we come to the address. Here commas are not given, but you have to write down the after each and every line you have to put a comma. Here it's a very short address. If the address is of 3 to 4 lines, then to everywhere you have to place the comma at the end. The thing that you have to keep in mind is that it has to be aligned straight. The first word where you written, the second word has to come exactly underneath, and the third and the fourth also if the address is long. Don't mismatch the lines. No need to leave the lines while writing the address. Here comma has not been provided, but you please do put a comma. And you might be knowing that when you come to this city, as if for your example Ahmedabad is given, any city is provided to you, Ahmedabad, Baroda, Bhavnagar, Rajkot, anything, at there you have to put a full stop. It means that here the entire address is over. Up till there you have to just put comma, 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 however long the address is, everywhere you have to place a comma. Okay, when you reach city you have to put a full stop there. So this is the first part. Now we come to the second one, that is the date. Again the same thing, need to remind you, the format of the date has to be in this form. Now we come to the third section, that is the way we begin. Here subject is not necessary. In the formal letter we were writing subject, whatever was the problem or whatever was the complaint or issue that we were specifying in our subject section. But here this is an informal letter, so we don't write subject, that is to be omitted. So we begin with dear bestie or dear friend or dear uncle, aunt, mother, anything, then again a comma, and no need to put a full stop behind the after you write a date. Keep that in mind. You might not be knowing that full stop and commas are actually grammatically done only after words. Full stop and comma are not allowed after numbers in English. Okay, so after writing the date, no need to put any full stop or comma, just leave it as it is. Okay, next we come to the dear best friend or dear friend, dear uncle, aunt, anything, then comma is compulsory. Now again the same thing we can write, and the same thing here, the main body part we come introduction, main content and summary. So again we'll go through it, that now we are writing an informal letter, so very casual tone you can write, because you are writing as you are talking to a friend. So very casual tone. Contractions like I haven't, isn't, you aren't can be used in this format. Your right signature has been done for you, you can use that. No need to write down I have not and all that stuff, that you have to follow in the formal letter. You have to write, you cannot use, so both the rules are opposite here. You cannot write I haven't in the formal letter. Exclamatory sentences can be used, and active voice is used while also can be used while writing. And there are again no strict rules for writing the informal letter. You have to just write down very fluidly. Here is an example. You can pause the video, read the entire example, and you have to write down this letter also in the fair book. So you can see very visibly, very clearly it is visible that three parts. I have told you that you have to divide it into three different parts. The same thing has been done. The first part that you can read out is the introduction, then the main content, the main body, that is the biggest paragraph, because here you are telling the reader what's the purpose of writing the letter. So everything that you can note down here, and at the end you summarize by just 1.5 line. So these three paragraphs are done in the main body part. After that, the body of the letter is finished with the three paragraphs. You are writing yours lovingly. For here the example has been given, Nihir Shah or Nihir. Okay, so anything that you can write. Here you come to the end of the letter. So this is the way you write the letter, just a format again, the same thing. So this is the way, a short format of the entire letter. All the 6 parts are given here. Okay, so until we meet again, thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, and please do write down both the formats of the letter in your fair book too. Thank you very much.